my hair? Do you like my tattoos? Well, that's none of your business, and no one asked you. I got this one in Shoreditch, this one at Download, this one means pain, and this one's in Biro. Now I'm in black and white to hide bad cinematography. Now I'm on a bike. Now I have a drink. What, I like Carlsberg, tastes good. Now I'm in a car. I'm in a car. Corruption and lies, bigotry and greed. Wake up, sheeple, don't be so naive. Politicians and the music business all out to get us.
We just signed a record deal.
Screw all the haters, now I kiss myself in the mirror. Look outside at rain, money doesn't make me a sellout. I have rent and cocaine. I once kissed a guy, homophobes beware.
No one thinks you're gay and nobody cares.
I once kissed a bloke.
No, you didn't, we were there.
I'm in a car. These rhymes are easy. You could even say cheesy. Our drummer is queasy. Our bassist plays a PV. My bandmates all hate me.
We're artistic.
I'm always drunk.
It's not emotion.
Ex-girlfriends adore me.
Selective color.
Now I'm in a car.
That's his mom's car.
These rhymes are easy. You can even say cheesy. I wear my heart on my sleeve. My dad's name is Malcolm.
Hello, Malcolm.
So when I was at music college, we had there was the performance section, the DJ section, and the live sound, like the technical section.
Right.
They work together wherever possible because DJs get free access to new music to remix. The technical people get to do lighting and sound for the performances. Worked really well. It's a great idea. So we're doing a fake gig. We did a lot of fake gigs. So we wandered over to the Waterfront in Norwich, amazing venue. I think it's still there. We plug in, we start playing, and I'm playing guitar. And Spanners, you might know that a guitar needs to be heard through an amplifier. A lot of the sound from a guitar, especially if you're playing like rock or blues or any kind of electric style, a lot of the sound comes from the amplifier. A lot of like the crunch, the gain, the distortion, as well as just making the loud enough to hear. So they're trying out something called a DI box, which is really great for keyboards and bass guitars.
Yeah, I know what that is. We've got them.
Of course you do. You plug your bass into the DI box, and then the DI box sends it to the mixing desk, and you can also plug out of the DI box into your amplifier, so you can play your bass or your keyboard and be heard. No one told the tech students that that doesn't work for an electric guitar. You've just got to mic up an electric guitar amp, otherwise it sounds like you're playing a really bad banjo. So for 20 minutes, unbeknownst to me, because I was behind the monitors, I was playing what sounded like a really bad banjo.
Oh,
And all the tech kids were like, this dude is awful. What is going on? And I'm back where I can actually hear my amplifier going, this is a really nice gig.
They are stunned into silence. That's what they're doing.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's horrible.
Good day. That was a good, and it was only until like a week later when we watched back footage of the gig that I'm like,
Oh no!
Why do I
It
sound-
was like, it was that much later. See, this is where you need good monitoring, isn't it? Everybody should be monitored to the same thing, because it's live, and you can't auto tune things, and you can't fix things in post production like.
Hey, so I just wanted to try something out. If I go up here and then... which one? That sort of is best known, isn't it? If we copy that, and we go over here and paste it in the... Oh! Oh, it looks like Ben Shapiro is wrong.
Hello, wonderful people. How's it going? I'm 1212. My screen over there is not on because I didn't turn it on. So I might have to occasionally look over here to make sure. Yeah, no, it looks pretty good. How's it going? LTGuitarist here, Liam Taylor. My face is all big on the screen because I'm going to talk at you for a few seconds. First things first. There wasn't a stream on Monday. And that was real annoying because I'd planned to do a stream on Monday. The internet just wouldn't work for like most of my postcode. Like literally just went. It's sort of been on the edge of not very good. Well, it's sort of been failing, but like barely usable for the last couple of weeks. So then Monday just went. So that was annoying. It literally went as I was setting up for the stream. So I was set up ready to go, and I pressed like the go live button, and it wouldn't. Yeah, so sorry about that. And I'm trying to if something like that happens in my life at the moment, I'm trying to not then frantically rearrange to get something in another day. I'm just going to miss things occasionally. That's sort of my new ethos is the wrong word, but I'm trying to not beat myself up about missing things whenever that happens. If I know things are going to not be possible on the day, like we're streaming today instead of Saturday, then yeah, I can make arrangements for that. But if something goes wrong on the day, I'm going to not beat myself up if I then can't do it. So that was Monday, and the reason that was really annoying was because on Monday I was going to let you all know about the EP I was releasing, because I'd scheduled a whole bunch of tweets throughout this week talking about it, and the live stream was going to be one of the first things that actually publicly, openly talked about this EP, which isn't the case. That didn't get to happen, which is a pain. So I'm just going to tell you now. You might have seen some of the info on my Twitter or the advert cards at the start of the stream. This chair is really squeaky. I need new stuff. So this new EP, 4-track instrumental, folk fusion or world fusion, whatever you want to call it. It's a new EP from Blue Alatar, and as you might, if you followed like me or what I do for any amount of time, you'll know that I release under a couple different names. The one that I've been releasing under most recently has been the Musical Endeavour, which is sort of experimental stuff, mostly instrumental again, but more kind of in a sort of hip-hop sort of vein. Hip-hop, electronica, that whole world, with like a little bit of kind of funk quite a lot of the time as well. I tend to write a lot of Musical Endeavour stuff that is hip-hop and electronica, but the stuff that gets released tends to be funk. So there's that weird disconnect in my head between what I think Musical Endeavour is and what the rest of the world might think Musical Endeavour is based on our public output. That's irrelevant. So that's one of my music projects. I release music under my own name. I do remixes as Liam Taylor, and I also do sound design and film composition work as Liam Taylor. And then there's Blue Alatar. Blue Alatar is a combination of rock with cinematic stuff, so bits of orchestra, bits of sound design. Sometimes it's more metal than rock. Often it's got crazy sound design and bits of orchestras, and quite often like electronic elements, like acidy kind of synthesizers and like big synthetic pads and little dashes of world music, even if it's like a little like a djembe percussion or like little bits of like Far Eastern folk instruments as leads. And then often kind of melodically influenced by sort of Eastern traditions And yeah, the first album from Blue Alatar was in 2018, Irradiated Hamster Alert. It took me 8 years to do. And once I'd done it and released it, I felt like, wow, that's a big portion of my life that I put into this one thing. I don't want to spend that much time on anything again because I like the tracks, but they're not the greatest thing I've ever done. It doesn't feel like 8 years worth of work. So I promised myself to release more music, and doing under these different names sort of makes me feel like I have a little more power to do that, because I'm not then tied down to specific genres. I can kind of explore and then release under whatever name it sort of most appropriately fits. All of that is to say, new EP, 4 tracks. These are 4 tracks that you, if you've watched my live streams, have seen me work on. If you really want to, you can go and watch me create the whole thing. And very little of it has changed since the last live streams. Like, in essence, those songs are exactly the same. There's like little bits of mix. Maybe I've re-recorded some instruments, maybe I've done overdubs or like changed the mix or the master, but basically those 4 tracks are what you will have heard if you've caught these live streams, which I think is really interesting and really exciting in terms of how we what the musical landscape is these days. I think that's really interesting that you can see someone do an entire album or EP's worth of work and then they release it. I think that's really fun, and I'm really excited to have done that, basically. So I'm calling it world fusion or folk fusion because it combines elements of kind of Scottish and Irish folk traditions, which is basically what I was brought up listening to, despite being, I think for the entirety of my ancestry, almost completely English. I think there's some French in there, but I'm basically entirely English. Very, very boring genetic background that I have, but like I was raised listening to a lot of this folk music, and I sort of wanted to incorporate that into the stuff that I've been making recently. There's little bits of that in previous Blue Alatar work, but I really wanted to like double down on that. And especially some of the bands that I find myself listening to a lot, like Osric Tentacles has got some really really fun uses of world music from kind of from West African percussion to kind of Eastern traditions and Middle Eastern traditions. So there's always been a little bit of that in Blue Alatar, but this has sort of been more about the kind of European folk music. We're still a little bit of the Eastern stuff as well. Yeah. So the EP, the 4 tracks, are released to all digital platforms on June 4th. It will just be up on Spotify and all the rest. There is a Spotify pre-save link. If you go to my Twitter, it's going to be like repeated a million times. You'll see it, don't worry. And what that does, if you click on it, you basically press a button that says to Spotify that you, as a Spotify user, want to see this music when it comes out. So it'll be in your release radar. It'll be on your default home screen in Spotify on June 4th. So you don't even have to worry about it. Just that after June 4th, when you open your Spotify, it'll tell you it's there. It's a really powerful tool, and I'm really happy that exists. The single, the first track, Aeolus, is out now. Not on all digital platforms, but on Reverb Nation, SoundCloud, and BandCamp. And BandCamp is where you can go if you want to download it. The MP3 is available as a pay what you want, and you can pay nothing, and I do not want your email address. It's just there. You can just have it, but you have to get it from BandCamp. Yeah, you can't download from Reverb Nation or SoundCloud. And when the EP releases on June 4th, you can download the whole thing. I think it's £3 from BandCamp, and you can pay more if you really want, but it's only £3. It will also be available on my Ko-fi page. Currently it is not, but it will be soon. Wonderful Ko-fi. Wonderful, wonderful Ko-fi. Truly no idea if that logo was visible when I did that. I like Ko-fi. Oh, there's a thing under my face anywhere. Like here. Words. So that's all the stuff about the new music. Today we're going to play with Cubase because that's why we're here. That's what we do. I've talked about myself for nearly 15 minutes now, so let's do some actual music. One of the really cool things about being a Steinberg certified trainer, such that I am, one of the really cool things is that I get to have chats with their product specialists. And I had one of these chats yesterday. Wonderful chap called Andrew, and he talked me through some of the stuff in Cubase that people tend to miss, and it kind of blew my mind a little bit how much stuff there is in there that not even new stuff that's been in Cubase this whole time that I've been using it, and I just haven't twigged. Just really mad stuff. And this notebook was empty when I started, and now it's full of Cubase facts. So I think we're gonna work on something that I started working on yesterday. And I started working on this basically as an excuse to try out some of these different things. So I'm going to keep this handy. Ko-fi, wonderful Ko-fi. And just see where we get. Yeah. So I'm going to share one of these tips right now. If I close this. You might be familiar with Groove Agent already. In fact, I hope you are. I tend to use Groove Agent to just load in a bunch of patches, tweak them ever so slightly with the pan and the volume and the tuning and all of that kind of stuff. And once I have those sounds, I tend to go into the piano roll and then build a beat from there. Groove Agent comes with a bunch of patterns pre-made. So they've got some that are just the individual elements, and you've got full beats as well. Now, I always say that you shouldn't rely on presets, especially if it's presets that come bundled with software that you've purchased, because everyone has access to those same presets. But you can definitely use them as a starting point, and something that I didn't know that now I do know is that you can drag and drop these beats onto the track, and there it is. That exactly the same beat is there, and you can combine it with a hi-hat, and you can combine it with a percussion, and you can glue the whole thing together, and there's that beat that you just created using bits of someone else's beat. And let's say, oh no, I don't actually like that percussion line. So let's say you don't like that percussion line, you can just stick it on the snare instead. Or maybe I don't like it when those snares are on the beat now, so what does this give us? And there, just like that, that beat is your own. You've started with someone's preset, and you've built something out of it that is now unique to me or you or whoever's telling this story. And I just think that's mad that that's been there this whole time with Groove Agent. You can just drag and drop, and there it is. There's the beat right there. I'm angry at myself, to be honest. So that was real mind expander. So I've built this little chord pattern. Let's just play it and see what it sounds like. And it just loops. It's just that on a loop. And these are the chords that I'm playing. It's actually more, it's just the same thing twice. And that probably looks a little bit mad, but what it is a E minor chord with... I'm an octave higher than that. It's just a E minor chord with a D major on top. So that's E, the E minor triad plus D, which is the 7, the minor 7, F sharp, which is the 9, and then A, which is the 11. And then what I'm doing is keeping the left hand the same, so it's still an E minor chord, but now I'm playing C major on top. And that just makes it a C major 7 with an E in the bass, because these notes are all the same otherwise. Yes, they're very similar chords. Trying to work out where that buzz is coming from. It might just be that sound. So it's a really nice sample, but it's got a little bit of fizz on the top there, hasn't it? So let's... Oh, it's even got some EQ on it already. I'm going to change that a little bit. I'm going to leave that EQ on there. And we're going to open up Studio EQ. Yeah, it's lost a bit of brilliance, but it's less annoying to me now. Yeah, you didn't see any of that. I basically just EQ'd out the top end. Sorry, I'm really bad at remembering when this piano is here. Cool. I also want to try and effect that a little bit. I very rarely use sidechain compression, but I'm going to try it. And we'll just see how far we get from Groove Agent. That's a little better, just sits in there a little bit. That's what I'm after. So let's have a think about a bass line as well. I'm going to go Retrolog. And I'm just going to make a real simple bass for the moment. Let's make it mono. Let's put the glide on there. Or do we perhaps put an octave lower? Okay, let's just have a play. So let's say I play something. Not perfect, but there's definitely something in there. What happens if you record something and then forget, or let me put that a different way. What happens if you play something and then you try to recreate it and you just can't work out what it is you've done? There's a retrospective recording button right here. Oh, that's captured nothing. Oh no, what's it done? Oh, that's a pain. Why has that not worked? Okay, so I don't know why it didn't work there a second ago. But yeah, you've got this retrospective recording that if you play something, Cubase is listening and it's keeping track of what you've played. So you can just add retrospective recording and add it in. So I think maybe it got thrown off by having the loop there. So let's try, if I just play this, and I'm not going to hit record. Oops, I hit record. Let's try that again. I'm going to not hit record. So that was basically fine, but I didn't hit record because I'm an idiot. Oh no, it's still not doing it. Okay, I need to investigate that because that's maddening. Unless it's like up here. No. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to record it. It does work. You saw it work a second ago, but for some reason, when I'm trying to show it off, it doesn't want to do it. Ugh. So I played a couple of those wrong. So D there, I think. And then, where are they supposed to be in between? Maybe that needs to be there. Ah, keyboard. I'm doing really well today. Just gonna button myself up so it's not obvious. I just spilt everything everywhere. Man, I'm having a great day. I mean, I actually am, but the last 10 minutes of public interaction makes it look like I'm a complete fool. I think that's quite a nice bass line. I think I want to do a little bit of EQ and stuff on the kit because it's a bit boomy. Not quite fond of the ending. Better. How are we going to start it as well? I think we'll have something like the keys. I think something like this. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good intro. I'm just going to color this orange and then this yellow. I don't know. No one look at me while I drink this. Cool. Excellent. I want to add a little bit of tremolo. That was weird. I wonder if anyone heard that. We're just going to go modulation, tremolo. So I think just for the intro, and then maybe this section as well, we're going to have that automate in. So we're going to go tremolo, depth, and we're going to start at nothing. We're going to slowly introduce it and bring it back down again. Copy that, shove it over here. I'm just going to randomize it ever so slightly, just so it's a bit different. That's literally all we're doing. adding variety. Cool, how does it sound together? Maybe we can have that continue, but like a little less extreme. Like down here somewhere. That's quite nice. Nice. Make it a tiny bit more spatial. That's quite nice. Just going to stick it off to the left a little bit. Wicked. Let's have a look at some kind of lead. Not really sure what to use as a lead. Let's play around with the sampler track a little bit more. Because there is some really cool stuff in here. There's quite a lot of presets, actually, and some of them have some really interesting... well, they come with their own plugins and stuff, and the ordering of them is quite interesting, so I think it might be... good to look at that, and that there's some the order of the plugins is quite what you'd anticipate normally, so it's quite nice to look at them and sort of consider, oh, why did they choose that for this sound? What's glass? I mean, that's fun, but like completely not right for this. Let's have a look. Let's go experimental. Processed. Ooh, that is definitely processed. What else have we got? Nothing. Experimental, processed. What's this? Ooh, that's nice and weird. Interesting, but not quite, not really what I'm looking for. Let's have a look by instrument type. Ooh. That's quite nice. Let's try and play along, see what we can come up with. That may be quite nice for like a B section. So I'm going to copy over the beat just for the moment. Let's see if retrospective recording is going to work. No, again, I need to look at that. I've forgotten it already. 2, 3, 4. I think they were the other way around initially. So we're just going to quantize those.
Shove that over here. So it's nice and simple. Let's build another beat out of that as well. So I'm just going to have this as green, I guess. So what other symbols have we got? That could work. I'm going to get rid of those. Nice. Increase that a bit. And then the percussion. Nice. We're just going to move all of these hats and percussion slightly forward. Like so. Noise. And then we're just going to copy that over. So now our B section sounds like this. I think copy this section over as well. And we're going to cut out there. And we go bop, bop, bop. Bonk, bonk, clap. Nice. We're going to cut the volume out. Here, back to here. Like so. Nice. I quite like that. Sorry, just rearranging myself. So that's a bit jarring, but I don't hate it.
So bass for this green section. Should those be an octave lower? Ooh. I wonder if we put the ping pong post fader, that might be better. Yeah, I prefer that. Cool, what could we change? Because it is literally just these two chords. They're nice chords, but it's just that forever. Let's add just a little bit of pad shop, I think. And we'll find a pad that we like to begin with. Quite like that. So we're going to use that really softly to just emphasize the tonics for these chords for the piano. So we're just going to have E, E, C, or DC. So we're just going to have them nice and low, I think. There is... I'm starting to wonder if that's actually in tune. Yeah, slightly sharp feels good, actually. I'll have to do that to the bass as well. Let's just try a different patch to begin with. It was just that patch. Okay. I might just keep that E forever. And then up to G, I think. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Cool. I kind of want an arpeggiator to come in these gaps. So I'm going to duplicate that. And I'm going to resize this to be that whole bar. And we'll go... This is an E7. It's not the most incredible chord in the world, but it'll be fine. And then I just want to change it to... I'm just going to put it on repeat. There, it comes in there. Okay, so then arpeggio. Or step sequence or whatever we're calling it. Faster than that, I think. Oh, what's this? Ah. What do I do? How do I change the length? Oh, that was weird. So then pitches, we're going to go... That was a bit frantic. I don't really know what any of this does, so... Okay. Let's find a preset. Nope, no preset for me. Oh, there's some cool presets here. That's quite fun. That's pretty fun. So we're going to do like that sort of thing. Needs a bit of work on that pad still. So like the delay, for example, there's no point having it there because it's all just going to get snapped off by the automation. So we're going to go into effects. We're just going to get rid of delay, and we're going to shove it in here. We're going to go ping pong here. Wicked. So let's have a little play still. It's got to be 32s. Just going to play around with some of these. I mean, that's sort of what I just want, something like a little wacky in there just to fill that gap. So if we bring the volume down a little bit. Yeah, like that'll do it. I got thinking a bit too much about it there. Where I just want something to fill the void between those sections. And that does that. Sorry, I keep getting interesting messages. So in terms of structure, we need to change something in this area to be more interesting than here. So we've got this pad twice, which is a good start, on both repeats. What else could we do? Change the beat here. In fact, that might be the thing to do. I like that. We'll do loads more hi-hats here. Let's go triplet. That's fun. I'm just going to color that green. Actually, if I change these to be something other than green. Cool. I think I'm going to boost this by an entire octave. It's a little more annoying, but it kind of fits in there a bit better. Might have this pad affected by the kit as well. That could be fun. It could be awful, but it also might be fun. So we'll go dynamics, sidechain from Groove Agent. Cool. I'm going to send it more to the pad than to the piano. ladies and gents, I'm going to leave it there for this evening. I'm getting a little bit sleepy and I want to go lie down. That's the honest truth. It's Eurovision tomorrow night, which is why we're doing the stream today. So I've got to prepare to, actually see people for the first time in what feels like a whole year. Thank you so much for hanging out. Usual stream times are Monday and Saturday at the moment. That should be fine next week. Should be Monday evening, 8 p.m. GMT, Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m. GMT. That's UK time. The following week, and perhaps the following week after that, will be slightly different, if indeed I get to stream at all. I might have some work that I can't turn down because I'm poor, but it will take up most of my time for that fortnight. So sorry about that in advance, but it is what it is. We'll deal with it. Thanks for hanging out. At LTGuitarist on Twitter and most other places. Twitter is especially good if you want to see basically everything I get up to. I'm pretty much the best at putting stuff on Twitter. I don't mean I'm the best. I mean, of all the places I put stuff, Twitter is the one that I am best at doing it on. No one thought I was the best at Twitter, did they? Anyway, thanks. Check out the EP and bye. Toodles, etc. You hear that? It's weird. Hi, my name's Liam Taylor, LT Guitarist on most of the platforms. I'm a musician, composer, music educator. If it's music related, I'm probably into it. It's pretty hard to be a musician right now. I mean, it's always been kind of hard, and it's almost not worth making music. Almost. It's not like I can just stop making stuff, and believe me, I've tried that. Ooh. Thankfully, there's Ko-fi. You probably know about all the ways that you can support independent creators like Patreon, OnlyFans, stapling a $5 to pigeons. Platforms like Patreon are amazing if you want to offer something exclusive to your fans every single month, but I don't want people's access to the music I make and the tutorials I make to be limited by their income. I want my stuff to be available for free, but my accountant tells me that that's a really bad business model. And that's why I made this Ko-fi account. If you're lucky enough to have a bit of spare cash floating around and you've enjoyed or made use of anything I've made over the years, you can buy me a coffee, or you can contribute towards new computer hardware, guitar strings, all those things that are necessary to music creation but that aren't free. If you make music professionally or as a hobbyist, I hope you take a moment to check out my YouTube channel or my Twitter account, and if you like what you see there and have the means to do so, I hope you'll consider supporting me on Ko-fi. See you later.